We live. What's good, everybody? How you doing, Rambo?
Doing good.
Get the fucking chat up. Of course, fucking top chat. Why the fuck would it do top chat?
Top chat.
Yeah, it defaults to top chat instead of live chat, so it doesn't show
Oh,
all the messages by default, which is just kind of stupid. I don't know what the
well,
fuck.
because YouTube has determined that you'd rather see the top chat than what people are actually saying.
Right, just like you'd rather
What?
see what they want you to see when it comes
Yeah.
to, the feed and all that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Makes perfect sense.
Perfect fucking sense. God, it's like Facebook. It's not like everybody uses the by date instead of what's it called, the most relevant or whatever.
Yeah, I hate that because you can't ever find somebody's like, I just posted that, so you scroll through your feed and it's like, no, and you have to go back and change everything, and sometimes you have to just go back to their page and just go, oh, okay, because you can't find it on yours no matter what.
Ugh, fucking stupid. Yeah, it's an awful lot of companies that are starting to do that kind of shit where it's all a curated type feed, and it's getting really hard to find or whatever the non-curated feed. So what you been playing lately, Rambo?
Nothing really.
Yeah, me neither.
I've been doing this besides like articles, or that one article. I've been working on that one for a while because having to go through every conference and then find a few, trailers that were shown away from a conference. It was a lot of putting shit together.
Hmm.
The thing ended up being like a little over 5,000, like close to 6,000 words.
Damn. Oh Jesus, more of that fucking Fortnite shit. BBC. Sony faces growing Fortnite backlash at E3.
Oh, it's talking about because of Fortnite.
Yeah,
Uh, Jesus, man, people are blowing the shit out of proportion.
they really are. But hmm. Oh man. More changes to Steam too. They're gonna fight fake games by limiting achievements, apparently.
Do what?
Some time ago we posted about fake games and how they led us to make change to Steam trading cards. In that post, we described why we chose to remove access to trading cards for games until it became clear that users were actually buying and playing the game. Since then, we've seen fake games move to exploiting other Steam systems, so we've decided to make a couple more tweaks to address them. A limit of 100 achievements. Their achievements won't contribute to a global achievement count and cannot be shown on a Steam Profiles achievement showcase. What's up, Infinite and Spare Who? They won't contribute to an account's game library count and cannot be shown in a Steam Profiles game collector showcase, and they won't be eligible for coupons. Huh. So I guess unless you reach a certain amount of people who have bought it or something.
Yeah, I
I
guess. I
get
don't know.
that's the only thing
Weird.
I can think of.
What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just more changes to the way Steam is doing stuff.
Oh, is there gonna be a new UI? Because I've heard something about that.
No. This is just, I guess they're trying to cut down on all the trolley games and all the asset flips and shit like that.
Yeah, but I don't get why people are freaking out about it. Like Steve saying they're not gonna pay and shit.
Well, because they refuse to. be censorious assholes. If you're not willing to police, your content, then they can't take over the policing.
Oh, does this relate back to Kingdom Come Deliverance?
No.
What?
This was from what was the name of it?
Because I
Schools.
remember they got mad at Kingdom Come, apparently. Remember that?
You complete dumbass. Pay attention.
Been a
That
long
was,
day, I'm
dude.
sorry.
That was so like 3 months ago. Okay, like we're past that now. All right.
I
We
thought it
don't
was
give a shit about
related.
Kingdom Come anymore, man. They
I
I thought
mean,
it was
Kingdom Come.
related 'cause
you
they
could
want to
kind of
police and shit.
you could kind of call it related, but I mean only in the way that it's also related to all the porn games and all the what else do they fucking hate? There was a whole bunch.
Those visual novels, dude. People get pissed if they ever those visual novels, so they're not gonna touch that.
Oh, it's hot.
It's actually kind of chilly out by my house.
Fuck you.
Chilling in
Dude, I'll trade
California.
you
Never
any
heard of
day
that
of the
one.
week, bruh. Any day of the week. I'll take over 100s any day of the week.
Yeah.
Fucking hate the cold.
I hate the heat like this.
I
If it
can
was normal heat, I can handle it, but this is
Oh
this is
no.
unbearable.
Anything above 90, I don't even feel a difference. 90, 110, doesn't matter. It's all the same to me.
No, man, I only like sweating for one reason, and it's definitely not just sitting on my ass, man.
Oh man, I remember. Fuck man, what was it? And now I'm gonna feel old. Had to have been at least like 8 or 9 years ago. But there was a whole week and a half where it was over 115 during the day, and even at like 2 or 4 in the morning, it was still above like 98, 99. Ugh. That was some hot shit. Riding a motorcycle in like 90-something degree weather in the middle of the night, that's rough.
I'm trying to see what's in the news right now, and all I see is Battlefield 5 stuff, which I don't really care about. So
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot. There
No.
was
Not really.
the developer of BattleTech and a couple others was accused of multiple counts of sexual harassment, and he resigned and admitted to all of it.
Wait, so who is this guy?
I don't know. I'm not by my computer. I'm out having a smoke, but when I get back, I can pull up the article.
And I just put up
Tyler
what the
Tyler
headline-
something or other.
I just put up the article that I don't really understand. It's about the Battlefield subreddit or something like that.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Any discussion of historical accuracy on the Battlefield 5 subreddit will get you immediately banned.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Jeez.
They don't give it. I mean, it's seriously to that point where nobody gives a shit about actual,
I mean,
reality.
he who controls the past controls the future. So
And that's even beyond. Like I can get both sides of the argument, right? I get the people who want the historical accuracy, and I get the people who, want it to
Are
just
tired
be
of hearing about it?
sure, just want it to be a good game regardless of how accurate it is or not, right? Fair enough.
you mean
You
the
know.
people who want to pay $10 for skins? And want them.
Well, who cares, right? It doesn't really matter to me, right? Because there's all sorts. If you really want historical accuracy, there's plenty of games that do that. There's Kingdom Come Deliverance, and there's other shooters, and
Post something things coming out.
and if you don't, then
good.
there's there's Fortnite, and there's all sorts of other games where you can do whatever the fuck you want, right? So I can get both sides of the argument, but to seriously like clamp down on even discussing it, that's some shit.
Well, I can understand even if they're going to discuss it to the point of, like, where they have to, like, where you're calling everybody SJWs and bullshit like that. But if you're just discussing it, it doesn't seem like that would be that big of a deal.
Seriously.
If you're getting, back and forth where you're arguing and all stuff, I can see them putting a stop to that, but not just simply having a talk.
Any discussion. Yeah, that's just, ugh. That's an awfully heavy hand.
Yeah.
Wow, you gotta find this hilarious. Apparently, people, Call of Duty fans are mad about Black Ops 4 having a season pass.
Oh yeah, no, it's not
Now
just
they're getting mad.
it's not just that it has a season pass, right? And I can get that too, because whatever. But there's no way. What was it? Like something like there's no way to buy the season pass on its own.
Wait, there is? That seems a little stupid.
Something like that, yeah. Because it said there were 3 versions of the game. There was the standard digital version. There was the deluxe digital version, and then there was the like super deluxe. I don't know what the fuck it was called, but like the master set or something like that. And the article I read said something to the effect that the only way that you could get the season pass was if you bought like either like the middle or the better version of it. If you bought the original version, then you didn't get the season pass, and you couldn't get it, and the only way you would be able to get the DLCs was to buy them all individually or something like that.
Is that a mistake?
I don't know. It's, you know, because it hasn't released yet or anything like that. So I mean, it might just be a mistake, or maybe Activision's trying something new. I mean, I could see him doing something that shiesty.
Wouldn't surprise me, but
No, it wouldn't. I haven't liked Activision for a long, long time. So. And then, so Rambo, where did you hear about Anthem and romantic relationships?
oh no,
there was an article saying that the Anthem developer isn't ruling out relationships.
Okay, yeah. See, I knew I had seen, like, because there was that other thing too, where somebody said that they did.
Yeah, it makes no sense as to why they. No sense at all.
So, that'll be interesting to see. I just, not like I really care.
Anthem's supposed to be.
And that's the thing, right? Like I don't mind the romantic relationships in like The Witcher or whatever, right? It fits perfectly well, like it makes sense within the story and all that kind of stuff, and I think they did it well. But that's not Anthem. Like Anthem is supposed to be like a Destiny 2 type of thing, or you know, I mean it's
or Warframe. It's
sure,
like,
yeah.
It's trying to be a Warframe, Mass Effect, Destiny. Like what are you trying to be, Anthem? You can't be 3.
That's gonna be real hard to, especially like a heavy multiplayer game like that. How are you going to squeeze in romantic relationships?
Like, what are you going to have, like Saints Row, where you can just press a button and you can bang NPCs?
Nah, bruh. GTA, man. You just find prostitutes on the side of the road and pick them up.
Well, GTA, it's easier to bang chicks in GTA than in Mass Effect. So.
Hey, man. Don't hate on my Mass Effect relationships. Tally is waifu.
Exactly. You're not wrong, I'm not right.
And then I guess, so Cyberpunk 2077, I guess, has a pretty high chance of not even being able to be published in Australia.
Why?
Sexual content, drug use, gambling, and nudity.
Man, I feel bad for the Australians.
I know, right? And extreme violence, I think, were all the criteria that they were putting forward. But are they
allowed to have fun over there?
It's tough, man. But yeah, they're saying it's a good chance it won't even make it past the I don't it's not the ESRB obviously, but whatever the board is that decides what the ratings are and stuff. Yeah, they're saying it might not even be able to pass the regulations board.
Well, I guess anyone who lives in Australia, I feel bad for you.
Yep. I salute, brother.
I feel bad for you, son.
I mean,
I got 2077 problems, yeah. But that ain't one.
I mean, you guys gotta worry about killer spiders and shit. Now you can't get Cyberpunk.
Seriously, like what is that shit, right? So you got fucking you lose to emus and fucking killer spiders and fucking kangaroos killing people and all this other shit, and they can't even get Cyberpunk. Like, come on, guys, Get your shit together.
And it doesn't help they have that stupid, what's that stupid Australian news network they have? It's called the Today Show.
I can't remember. I know which one you're talking about though.
They're the ones, they basically made a fake, they just said Fortnite apparently makes kids more aggressive.
Yep.
It
With no
does.
evidence, like as usual, they say evidence shows, and it's like, and then you ask them where's the evidence, and they're like, they don't give you shit, you know?
Yeah, I'm really getting tired of that video games cause violence, the shtick.
I mean, it's been going on since the 90s.
Well, even before that it was TV and movies, and then before that it was music, and I mean,
The rock and roll turned the frogs game.
I mean, I still can't get over watching, like, if you want to laugh, go find some videos of the old Reefer Madness videos. Cause, dude, there is nothing funnier than watching a bunch of fucking straight-laced motherfuckers telling you that if you let your kid smoke weed, she's gonna get into jazz music and start fucking black dudes.
Wow.
I'm not joking, dude. It's fucking hilarious.
That's the funniest shit.
If anybody's ever seen that fucking that '70s show episode where they parody that, and fucking, you know, Fez comes in with a big old bag of weed, and then Donna and the rest of them all just start going crazy and shit, dude, it's not much different than that.
Oh my god.
But
And what,
go ahead.
I was thinking, did he use the same argument for marijuana? Marijuana causes aggression.
Man, I'd like to see a study if, like, school causes aggression, because I'd bet you it causes more aggression than fucking video games or TV or music or any of that shit.
Well, it's because the schools suck ass. At least they're not that bad over here, but you know.
Oh, you're in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Fucking snow Mexicans. I don't know, man. Canada, UK, US, we're all competing for the worst schools.
Well, I mean, we have to teach our kids the intricacies of the pansexual, whatever that's supposed to mean. You know?
I like the gender unicorn. That is some special autism right there. Just absolutely special. Or the
that is some amazing shit.
The genderbread man.
The gender.
Oh, dude, I don't know how they could do this shit in seriousness, right? Like, I'd be embarrassed as shit, right?
Imagine me a teacher. Kids, this is the gender unicorn.
Right?
It is a non-binary. I agree with you, non-binary.
God, I'd be too embarrassed. Like, if I was the whatever group or company, I don't know what produced that. But if I was fucking that company or group or whatever, dude, I'd be embarrassed to publish something like that in seriousness. Like, how is that not a parody?
Well, when it comes to social justice, nothing's a parody. It's all real.
Dude, Poe's Law, dude, for real.
It's equivalent exchange.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know they've gotten crazy and all, but fuck, man. You'd think there would eventually be an end to the madness, but no, it just keeps going and going. Fucking Energizer Bunny from hell.
I mean, there is an option, nuclear war. Go on, Trump. Make it happen.
Portland, Seattle, LA. Just nuke them. We can deal without them. It's all right.
We can deal with it.
We can lose all the shitty baristas and stuff. It won't be a big loss.
All right, gangster. I saw this. Phil DeFranco's talking about this, and you live in California, so you know you think if they like they're gonna divide California into 3 sectors.
Yeah, I keep hearing
What do you
different
think of
numbers.
What do you think of that whole situation?
Oh, I'd like
Dividing
it
up
if I
and
wasn't stuck in Sacramento. I mean, I approve, but I'm gonna have to move or something. Yeah, but I mean, they should have done it a long time ago. California was just way too fucking big of a state for the longest time. Really, it just
Yeah.
needs to be the coast. You could just split the coast off and have that be a separate state.
Maybe it just seems that California is overwhelmingly Democrat though.
Only in like L.A. and San Diego and Frisco and shit.
Yeah, but a lot of people live in LA.
That's the
So,
yeah. That's the thing. L.A. like outnumbers everyone else. It's like New York. New York City. There's probably enough population in New York City to outnumber the entire rest of the population of the state.
That's
well, yeah,
insane.
Right?
New York's a shithole though, so it's fine.
It's fun to visit,
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but now
not to
it's
stay.
overwhelmingly expensive.
I wouldn't want to live there. Ugh.
Yeah, because New York, it's expensive as hell to live there now. Even just the rent, it's like you can get like basically a closet-sized apartment. You'd probably have to pay like maybe $1,000, like 1,800, or maybe a bit more to rent it.
Yeah, probably. That's how it was for my dad when he worked in Frisco for, oh Jesus, this was like 15 years ago, and he was paying, I think it was almost $1,000 for a studio apartment in a shitty part of town.
That's absurdly high.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, and it was a shitty ass apartment too, full of roaches and shit. And the only reason, like, it wasn't in a great neighborhood, but the whole area that he was in was just full of like really poor immigrants, so nobody really caused any trouble. But I mean, it easily could have been, a few blocks one way or the other, where you get shootings every other day or something.
Shootings. Fucking country ass.
I'm a little bit country.
Well, BioWare just confirmed that Mass Effect's dead. Like they actually just came out and confirmed it.
Good. It's time for it. Not even. Yeah.
Well, they're putting their eggs in the Anthem basket.
Well, they just announced a couple other games though too, didn't they?
I mean, I don't want to
that I'm
pronounce
not
New
sure.
Dragon Age.
I could have swore, or was it just?
It was no, I'm pretty sure it was just Anthem's a new game.
Or did Ubisoft move some people around or something?
You might be thinking of Ubisoft's new games, not like it. BioWare's only making Anthem right now.
Okay, that must be it. Because I heard that people that worked on Mass Effect Andromeda were working on, like, there were 2 other games that they were working on, and it wasn't Anthem. So that must have been it. Which,
I don't think Anthem's gonna be a good game. I hope it is, but I'm not gonna hold my breath here.
yeah, I don't know.
I'm not buying it. I'm also holding off. I'm not gonna buy the Creed game either.
The what game?
The Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you can, like, they put a strong emphasis. You can play as a male or female and have gay or, as gay as sex as you want to.
Gay sex in
I'm like,
Greece?
Yeah, I'm like,
sorry,
it doesn't
what?
even make sense. Yeah, it doesn't even make sense.
They're saying you can have gay sex in like Dubai. What are you doing?
Oh, we know what they're doing.
I guess I can't buy a new Assassin's Creed out of principle. Whatever, fair enough.
I've never bought an Assassin's Creed game, so I have one somewhere on disc, no less. Never played it though.
Yes,
I know, right? One of those ancient devices.
exactly.
Kids these days don't even know what a disc is.
Yeah, now you use that digital and USBs. I'm just excited for Dying Light 2. That game looks awesome. I want it.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I love the first Dying Light.
I
So
do
like
love the
this
first one. I do love and I love how they kept putting out free content for it for Jesus, what, 2 years?
Yeah, I think they're adding a bit more content before Dying Light 3 comes out.
You mean 2?
No, I said 2, 3. I'm so stupid. 2, yeah.
Yeah, there's only one.
I mean,
They better have more
if the game-
guns.
If the game is fun, then I don't really care for the story that much. But
It's at least got, well, I'd say it at least has to have an interesting story, but then again, I've played all sorts of games that have no story whatsoever, so.
it doesn't necessarily need a story. It just needs to be fun.
I still remember the days when the only story you needed was aliens came and kidnapped all the women, and Duke Nukem wasn't having any of that. Game on.
Duke was like, fuck that, I'm going out.
That was all the story you needed. And what a glorious story it was.
Definitely better than some of the games that are coming out now.
Oh, taking over Mass Effect any day. Andromeda, not the first ones.
Wait, holy shit, this is real. Bethesda apparently turned their Skyrim Alexa thing into a real thing now.
Skyrim Alexa?
Yeah, did you not
Yeah.
watch Bethesda conference where they
You
parodied
can play
Alexa?
Skyrim with your Alexa.
What?
Fucking weird, man.
It's fucking hilarious. I thought it was funny. Like, that was the only time I laughed at the Bethesda conference. Like, that's funny.
Dude, now all they need to do is put out Skyrim on like the 3DS and they'll have it on like every console for the last 20 years or some shit.
And wait, did you guys already talk about E3 or no? Shit.
We
'Cause I
did,
wanna
but
bring it up for you to talk
no,
about
whatever, it's fine.
it.
Netflix banned all their employees for looking at
Oh,
each
yeah.
other for longer than five seconds.
Wait, what?
Yep. Camera crews, everybody, you are not allowed to look at another person for more than 5 seconds.
How does one do?
Right?
I guess you can't shake anyone's hand anymore. Like, you're walking 1, 2, 3, 4, and you gotta run immediately. You're like bolt.
Well, it's just like, I can't remember the company, but there was some company that banned its employees from hugging.
Jesus. Are we getting to the point where hugging's bad now? Christ.
Dude, and I love, Jordan Peterson did a couple of interviews on, or they weren't on this, but they touched on this for a good portion, where, because in essence they're trying to ban, like, sexual activities, I guess you could say, or whatever, but it's like, when is this gonna stop? Because, you know, are we eventually going to ban women from wearing makeup or wearing any clothes that could be construed as sexual? And are we going to ban touching altogether? Like, you can't give a handshake, or you can't clap somebody on the back, or, you know, something like when is this shit going to end? And yeah, this no bueno.
Also, Jump Force, though. That looks cool.
What?
Jump Force.
I haven't heard of it.
Wait, did you not watch any of E3?
I didn't.
Anything?
No.
Shit. The
Why?
Microsoft conference at Jump Force. It's an anime fighting game. It looks awesome.
What's it coming out on?
It mixes everything.
Everything. Okay.
It's
It mixes Death Note, One Punch, and Naruto all together. Like everybody's all together. Like,
Huh. Oh,
And you got
okay.
that one dude
Yeah.
from-
I heard about that. Yeah.
Then you got that one dude from One Piece. I don't really watch One Piece, but I don't really know his name. He has like that straw hat.
That's what I meant. One Piece, not One Punch.
I was gonna say One Punch Man. That's kind of defeating the purpose, isn't it?
They need to include like Full Metal Alchemist. I'm just saying, it'd be awesome.
Maybe it'll be a DLC pack.
I'll pay it.
Dude, they could go super fucking meta and put in Fooly Cooly. Oh, that would be fucking hilarious, dude. I'd pay for that.
I love the Twitter parody videos of like Death Note in Jump Force. I love the Twitter parody videos of it.
Well, okay, so I only watched a few of the trailers because, you know, whatever, I was doing other stuff. But so is this gonna be like is it a brawler? Is it a fighter?
It's like it's not like your traditional fighting game, you know, like where it's like Street Fighter, something different. I can't explain it.
So like 3D?
3D, yeah.
Are you fighting the like versus with another player?
It's like, have you played Dragon Ball Xenoverse? It's kind of
Yes.
like that. It's basically Xenoverse. Yeah.
So are there going to be AI opponents like within the game while you're fighting the other person, or is it just like a one-on-one or however many they end up having battle?
Just going off the gameplay, it looks like one-on-one so far. Just looking at the gameplay.
How the fuck does that work with like Death Note?
I don't know. Maybe
The fuck
you
is
can
L
get
gonna do? Write your name and then kill you, and that's game over?
That's what the parodies were. It's fucking hilarious. Just
The
watching-
fuck? Like, what
Yeah,
an odd
intense
game to
shit,
pick.
man.
You could pick any other game besides like One Punch Man. But like, oh man, okay, whatever.
I'm trying to imagine how it looks. Like remember that scene where he's like, I take the potato chip and eat it. That's gonna be his fatality. He's just gonna eat the potato chip that kills you.
Well, all right, more power to them if they can get it to work.
It probably won't work. It'll be funny.
Well, there's not a whole lot of great anime games like based on animes, so fans will probably buy it just for that.
And the Bethesda conference was terrible, at least in my opinion.
Well, there wasn't much to it other than Fallout 76.
This is the first Fallout game I look at and I'm like, I'm not interested in it at all.
Ah, you guys are nuts. Nuts.
I'm just not interested in Fallout 76 far. Maybe it'll change my mind if it's really good, but I'm like, I don't know.
Dude, I totally want to spend forever getting nuke code so I can destroy XX Pussy Destroyer XX's shack.
Nuke his shack. Oh, apparently also that one dude, Jonathan McIntosh, got mad about people saying they can nuke in Fallout 76.
Dude, did you
Sorry,
see
go get it.
Sargon's thing about it?
No, I saw like Go Get's Twitter. He was
Oh
talking
man,
about it.
Sargon. I mean, he can't reply on Twitter or whatever, but Sargon took a screen cap of Jonathan McIntosh's tweets and then put "I wouldn't even nuke you" at the bottom. Fucking perfect, dude. Fucking perfect.
What was Jonathan McIntosh saying?
He was saying it's so toxic and how bad that you can drop nukes on people. Like, what about the people
Oh, dear
in
God.
Japan? You know, like that.
Oh, dude.
Does anybody ever really take him serious anymore?
Right?
No. I didn't know he was around anymore until Go Get.
Does he still
tweeted.
do his
Oh, yeah,
podcast?
he's still, I don't know if he does his podcast, but he still tweets about games, which is
He's like, no one cares.
his take is like so fucking crazy.
His take's like, Doom is too violent.
Because he was
He would be mad about Super Mario Brothers, like the
because you
fucking
squashed the
mushroom.
Goombas or something. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Come on.
Think of the children.
Those poor
Toxic
turtles.
Masculinity.
What
back.
about the non-Italian plumbers?
Also, Cyberpunk 2077 is a first-person shooter apparently. For
Yes.
the most part.
Fucking A.
Which that sounds
Yes.
actually good. I'm interested in it. I'm like, yeah, go.
Yeah, that made me happy.
I'm looking forward to Cyberpunk.
Straight
I
up,
don't know about you.
I hope it's a good like spiritual successor to like System Shock or something like that.
I just want it to be like Witcher 3 with guns. Literally.
Well, I mean, I guess they outlined how their quest. I didn't read the article, unfortunately, but they said,
I'm trying to avoid like main spoilers relating to story, but I look at like gameplay stuff.
well, I mean, story, like, because I don't know what they're taking from the tabletop game.
Oh, and Gangster, did you like Resident Evil 2 by any chance?
I have not played any Resident Evil except for one.
Let's say because they're making a remake of Resident Evil 2.
Dude, they're making a remake of like all of them.
Yeah, the thing about the Bethesda conference before we switched on real quick, I didn't like how they showed 2 new games that are not going to be coming out for at least like 4 to 5 years.
Well, I don't know about that long, but yeah, it was kind of weird that they showed Skyrim, what, 6 now?
They showed Elder Scrolls,
Or,
Elder
yeah,
Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls 6, yeah.
They showed Elder Scrolls 6, and then they show Starfield.
I thought that was supposed to be releasing fairly soon, though.
I don't think it is, because when they were talking about it, they said next generation. So that makes you imply it's not going to come out for at least a while.
Yeah, I don't know. People say next generation an awful lot.
I mean,
Because
yeah,
that's the thing. Even if, okay, say it takes 2 years to release. Say it's like 2020 when it releases, right? Which I don't think it would be that long, but maybe it is. So the PS4 will still probably be supported by then. And and everything that Microsoft says, the Xbox One, or at least certainly the X, will be too.
Microsoft announced a new console too. There's that.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's not coming for a long time either.
Yeah,
So
well, I mentioned it so early on.
even if they're saying next generation, they're still going to want to release it for the last generation too.
I mean, yeah, maybe. It really depends.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, unless it was releasing like well past 2020, I don't see it being released only like say on the PS5 or whatever.
Because
that's not usually how they do it.
It's definitely not going to be on the PS5, but it's going to probably come out when PS5 becomes a thing. And the Xbox, whatever the fuck.
Xbox 720 and a half.
Yep. That conference was, and then they show Rage 2, which I fell asleep during the gameplay because I thought Rage was so terrible. Like Rage 2.
I don't know. It wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't great.
And it had some dude, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Because Rage was like a bad version of Borderlands. Or something like a bad version of Borderlands and I don't know.
It's just a mediocre game, you can say.
I always think of Borderlands, and there's some other game that I think of when I play it, and I'm like, dude, this is just these two games mashed together, but like really badly.
Well, that's Rage for you, just mashed for mediocre garbage.
I don't know. Maybe they'll do better this time around.
Maybe it depends, because the gameplay just looks so generic and so boring.
I mean, generic can work as long as you do it well. Like, shit, Call of Duty fucking proves that.
Yeah, but Call of Duty pretty much has the casual market by the balls.
Let's say it's generic as fuck, but they've perfected that generic formula, and that's why everybody that's why the people who like it like it.
And that's because Call of Duty's basically a once-a-year ritual that everyone gets. Even my brother, who barely plays Call of Duty anymore, still gets Call of Duty every year.
Man.
And that's a bulk of like entirety of Call of Duty sales, I'm willing to bet. And the people who buy it every year, like the people like, not like the hardcore Call of Duty fans, but you know what I mean.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't bought a Call of Duty since 4.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to say. The new Halo, what you think?
I didn't see it, but I haven't cared about Halo ever. So
Oh, well,
yeah, well, I have, dude. I play PC. I've got better options for shooters than Halo.
I'm trying.
I tried to work my way through 2, but it just got so fucking boring. Like Halo was, it's one of those, it was good for its time type of things. But you play it now and it's just like, ugh. It doesn't even have like the charm of like Counter-Strike or one of those. It's just way too fucking like simple and silly.
Does anyone here plan to? What is it? Anyone here plan on getting Kingdom Hearts 3? Or
I'm
you think
not.
it's not coming out this year?
Kingdom
what?
Hearts 3.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rambo is, Shane is. I'm not. Especially since, is it coming out on anything but the Switch?
PS4, Xbox One, and I think the Switch. I'm not really even sure about the Switch. It's not coming out on PC though.
No. No.
I don't
And
know,
that's
the
okay.
gameplay
They
we
can
saw
keep it.
from it was, how do I say it? It kind of looked weird. Those guys synced a lot of the voices.
And did I see right? I saw what I swore to God was a screen capture that had Jack Sparrow in it.
That'd be cool. Jack Sparrow was pretty cool.
And then is it entirely in the world of Frozen, or is that just one part of it?
Oh no, that's just part of it.
One
like
part
there's
of it, okay.
There's Pirates of the Caribbean. There's
Okay, so
Toy
I did see
Story,
Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, Jack Sparrow was pretty cool, so that was fine.
Is he gonna be all loopy?
He has to be drunk the entire time, Sparrow, or you're not gonna like it.
It's a kid's game though. What the fuck are they gonna do about that? Can't have drinking at a kid's game? Shame on you,
Say
Disney.
he's drinking lots of grog or something like that. I don't know. Gotta like change the word for kids. It might get banned in Australia, but
We don't care about them.
I mean Australia is so restrictive, so
I just want Metro to come out, damn it.
that's not coming out until 2019.
I
so
know this.
it's a sadness awaits.
How the fuck is Fallout 76 releasing sooner than Metro?
Because Fallout 76 is Fallout 4 with multiplayer.
No, it's not.
The gameplay looks exactly like Fallout 4.
I know the
Except
map
it's gonna
is
have
four times the size Fallout 4.
Yeah, the map may be bigger, but the gameplay is still the same. It's still gonna have VATS. The skill tree system.
No. They're changing VATS though.
Alright, but the skill tree system, like the perk system, I guarantee it's gonna be the exact same perks that you have in Fallout 4. I'll put that money right now for it.
I think it's gonna be different because a lot of those perks wouldn't do you any good in a multiplayer environment.
If they have plan to have city building, they definitely won't.
I don't know. I don't really care. Multiplayer Fallout 4 sounds fucking awesome, so.
I'm just not into it. I'm like, I don't know.
Seriously though, who makes Metro?
I don't remember the studio.
I know, I can't remember the name either. But Whatever, whoever they are, they're fucking slipping.
The game looks good.
Looks fucking awesome. I just want to play it.
No, we're too busy getting Just Cause 4.
Fuck that.
Nah, I ain't getting that.
Yeah, I'm good.
Just Cause 3 kind of sucked, and I mean, Rico just doesn't do anything for me. Like he's a boring character.
What's Just Cause? What was it even about? Because I remember it was the game that you can just attach little grappling hooks. Well, I remember for it.
I don't know, taking over little areas.
Yeah, it was
I don't
another
know what it's
infamous whatever type game.
An Assassin's Creed type thing, more or less it, or a Far Cry thing where you have to capture certain areas.
I mean, that's, I guess, but maybe that's why I didn't really hit off to Just Cause games.
I never played them. Yeah, I don't know. There was a couple others. Oh shit. What is it? Not Nier, not Neo, but there's another one that starts with N. It's like a anime Dark Souls kind of sorta.
Another Dark Souls type game they're making.
Well, kinda.
That much.
I'm just thinking, how many times can you make the same type of the same game?
Ask Activision.
Oh, I was gonna say Activision isn't messing with that one, but I know what you mean now.
Yeah.
So I'm not Call of Duty.
Yes. Hello, is there any other game that has more sequels than Call of Duty?
Halo. I'm just kidding.
Halo has only been, I think, 8 games, right?
I don't.
Yep. Yep, there's only 8 games.
At least there were different ones in there, though, right? Wasn't there one that was like a
There was
tactical?
ODST, Reach, and then there was Halo Wars, and then Halo Wars 2.
So at least they changed a little bit up from the original Halo. Call of Duty, man, nah. It's the same shit over and over again. Fuck, that's gonna bug me now. What the fuck is the name of that game?
And it starts with an N.
I swear to God. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to. Anyone here looking forward to Division 2 or no?
I haven't
I'll
even played
buy
the
it.
first one yet.
It's pretty good now. Like, you don't even need the DLC. Apparently, it's really good now. But I'm looking forward to the second one because if they get this right at launch, which I'm hoping they do,
I don't know.
Fuck it up.
Tom-
I'm hoping Ubisoft doesn't fuck it up again.
Tom Clancy games are kind of hit and miss.
I mean, Division's an RPG, tactical, like cover-based shooter. Sounds like a lot of words, but
That is a lot of words,
I know.
especially for a genre. Usually, a genre is supposed to be like one or two. You know, shooter.
Oh, and looter
Well, then
shooter.
you have
forgot
Destiny
about
that's
that.
a MMO FPS RPG.
And
Letter
cover-based
salad.
shooter.
I'm looking through all the different trailers that I put on there. I mean, if it's coming to PS4, I should have it from E3, but I don't see anything that.
Yeah, there was
So
four.
far
There
the-
was 4 trailers for it. There was like 1 or maybe 2 that released before E3, and then there's been 2 since E3.
What was the gameplay like? Could you describe it?
No, he said
Or-
Dark Souls.
Yeah, third person.
Damn fool! Do you not listen? If you're gonna be in this, you got to listen with all your might.
No, I'm trying to think. Like, what did it look like visually?
It looked like Dark Souls.
That doesn't help.
Anime-y style characters.
Alright, I'm gonna have to think. Whoa. It was during the Square Enix conference, right? Or was it during another conference?
That's the thing. I didn't watch the conferences. I just looked at all the
Well,
trailers.
Square
on it.
Enix, we had Just Cause 4, The Quiet Man, The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, Babylon's Fall, Dragon Quest XI, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and that was it.
So it wasn't Square Enix.
And I'm trying my best to figure out like what, because that that doesn't make sense. Sekiro Shadow Dies Twice was
No, yeah, it's not
that's
that
not
one.
yeah that's not it doesn't start with an N.
Hang on, let's see if I can find it.
Huh.
We're trying to figure out this game is, and now we're stuck trying to figure this one out.
Ugh. No, it wasn't Neo, Reggie.
I'm trying to think. Neo's the only thing that comes to mind. Are you sure it wasn't Neo?
No, I'm positive.
Are you talking about Tales of Berseria?
Nope.
I'm like here on Google and I can't figure this shit out. I just been searching.
I'll find it eventually. I just gotta scroll down the Reddit feed far enough. Should be right around here somewhere. Metro, Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur? Is that the game?
No, it wasn't Soul Calibur. I'm just... No. Crazy Wolfenstein game.
Blades?
Nope. Ah, Jesus. No. Oh, there. Wow. Code Vein.
It was what?
Code Vein. I don't know why I thought it started with
yeah.
an
N. You found it. That's interesting. What made you get interested in it?
I just like the way it looks. It looks super fucking cool. Rated M+. Violence, partial nudity, and blood. Alright. Yeah, that looks like an action adventure third person game that I might actually like to play. That's not coming out till September.
I'm looking. A lot of these games that were announced are coming out this year, next year. So that's good. Well, most of them, Bethesda is in 2020, but.
Yeah, there was a couple others. Oh, Doom.
Oh, Doom Eternal, is that
Yeah,
one?
I'll probably end up getting that.
I hope it's just continues the story of what happened.
I would assume so, because that was the whole thing, was they were supposed to continue the story with DLC, but apparently that's not what they're doing. But yeah, I like the new Doom, so I'm down. Be nice if they took it a little bit back towards like Doom 3 though.
Gangster, you the type of person that wants a Duke Nukem reboot again?
I would dig it. I've liked every Duke Nukem game, so
Even Duke Nukem Forever. Oh, we already had this discussion, Shane.
yeah, I love Duke Nukem Forever. I thought it was great. The biggest problem with Duke Nukem Forever was it fell victim to the extended hype, and it came out at the wrong time. Because I mean, shit, if it had come out even just a couple of years earlier, it would have avoided most of the crazy assholes like Macintosh.
Wait, Macintosh is the reason why it did bad?
No, but like, it got a shitload of bad press from all of the types of critics like him.
Oh.
Like every review you read
Was
on.
this when it was first espousing in the game industry, the SJW stuff?
It was when they were first. It was right, because let's see what. Let me look it up, because I believe 2011. Yeah, so it was like
the very beginning.
It was right before Gamergate. Yeah, it was right before Gamergate, and it was just at the point where they were really starting to take it. Like, it was at the point where there was no. It wasn't even like 50-50 anymore, where you would have a couple of guys who were part of the old guard who used to be on, like the old people who used to work at like PC Gamer or whatever were still there. It was
now they're all gone.
Exactly, it was completely overrun. So like I read a whole bunch of reviews on it just for fun, and they all said the same thing. It was all just, oh, he's such a sexist asshole, and oh my god, all this violence and blah blah blah.
That's how Duke always was. Not Duke Nukem always was. He literally ripped up.
Dude, how many comments? How many fucking comments where it was just like, you guys totally don't get it. This shit went right over your head, didn't it? Like, every comment was like that.
I thought that's how it always was with the game.
It was. That's always how Duke Nukem was. And it was great. It was hilarious. But
I mean, there's a part in one of the games where he rips the fucking thing's head off and then shits on its neck, which is cool.
No, he just says that.
I swear I could have done it. He did it, didn't he? He ripped its head off and fucking pulled out a newspaper.
I don't remember that, but it's possible. It's been a long ass time since I played those games.
We used to like that in modern day game industry. Just a boss to come in and just shit down people's neck.
And fucking what was it? Duke Nukem Manhattan Project. Oh my god, fucking hilarious.
Actually, now thinking about it, I think Duke Nukem could do well if it came out recently, since now there's a big counterculture kind of type shit where if it's bad press, people are more likely to buy it.
It probably would have done better, yeah.
Because at the beginning, since you're saying it was at the beginning, like before Gamergate happened, then I could see why the press were feared, like we feared.
They still had, yeah, they hadn't lost all of their influence yet. That was the thing. And so all they got was negative press from everybody, and there were no, there was no Sargon of Akkad or anybody like that to give it good press. Exactly. And it's not like streaming was a big thing or anything like that, so it's not like anybody got to look at it outside of the limited little windows that were
the gaming journals.
Exactly. Yeah. So, the people who liked it, they were already going to buy it anyway, but anybody who might have been on the fence, yeah, it would have been tough.
Well, nowadays they couldn't do that nowadays.
Yeah, if it had released,
really sent Duke Nukem just to troll everyone.
Oh, dude, yeah, if it would release now, oh my god, it would have been glorious. Especially that opening scene where you're getting a blowjob by the Olsen twins.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, that was the best.
I'm just trying to think. Yo, no, could you Sigma that? Can you imagine, imagine Duke Nukem was a parody, just been full parody against SJWs. Can you imagine?
Well, he kind of already is. I mean, he is every stereotype about guys that they hate. And that's what makes him so
Every
glorious.
stereotype, really manly, shits down people's neck. I don't get it.
And that was the whole point. I mean, he was an amalgam of every cheesy '80s action star ever, and that was the whole point.
Well, you can't get to watch. Well, apparently everything in the '80s was bad, so yeah.
I don't know about everything. Predator was pretty
Well,
awesome.
that's what the game journalists say.
Well,
Everything in the '80s was bad.
They can get fucked.
They're saying Jim Crow and all that stuff.
Predator was fucking awesome.
I'm dying here.
God. I'm surprised. Well, see, and that's kind of. I don't know why. Because I know they tweaked it a little with Shadow Warrior, but.
Oh, Shower got bad reviews because of the boobs.
Oh, sure, but like. Did you ever play the original Shadow Warrior?
I got a copy of it.
Okay, you should play it because it's great. It's actually made with the same engine as Duke Nukem 3D. And I think it was made by the same people. I'm pretty sure, but everything it was almost a clone of Duke Nukem in that way because Lo Wang was a complete stereotype of every Asian kung fu, and it was just as hilarious because you get the fortune cookies. You pick up fortune cookies.
His name was Lil Wang.
And it's fucking great. But so they changed it a little bit because it's not so. That's the thing. It's not so over the top. Like Duke Nukem Forever is still over the top, and that's fine because it's Duke Nukem. But they tweaked that for the new Shadow Warriors. But I still don't know how Shadow Warrior got away because it didn't get nearly the same kind of hate that like Duke Nukem did.
It got hit by PC Gamer.
Sure.
I think it's against Shadow.
No, I mean but you didn't see fucking outrage just being blasted on every Twitter and every YouTube channel. Like Anita Sarkeesian didn't fucking do something on Shadow Warrior, and fucking Macintosh didn't put out some tweet saying, "Oh, this is so horrible stereotypes of Asian people and shit like that." And I don't know why they got away with that, but not the same way that or how they got away with that when like something like Duke Nukem, never would. I don't know. Especially because if they had played the originals, they would never let that go.
I just really wanted to watch Anita Sarkeesian play the original Duke Nukem just to see her reaction.
Dude.
Can you imagine? She would have a meltdown.
I don't know. I think Shadow Warrior would be better because there was more, there were more one-liners and shit. Because it wasn't just every once in a while when you killed an enemy or something like that. With Shadow Warrior, you'd pick up like fortune cookies, and there would be ludicrously racist and offensive messages, yeah, and shit like that, and it was just fucking hilarious. Man who sit on toilet high on pot.
Man who sits on toilet high on pot.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a toss-up. I think if I had to, I think I'd say Duke Nukem had better one-liners, but Shadow Warrior definitely had more of them. And Duke Nukem did have the best one-liner ever in the history of anything ever.
Has Gearbox? It was Gearbox who made it, right? The Duke Nukem thing.
Which one?
Forever.
"3D Realms," Triptych, Gearbox, and Piranha. Yeah. But who did the original 3D? Was just 3D Realms or was... Can't remember. Gearbox too.
Speaking of which, there's a battle royale game I actually like. So, Gangster, it's a free to play. Have you played Realm Royale?
Realm Royale? No.
It's a good. I recommend checking it out. It's free. And it's pretty cool.
Is it on Steam?
Yep.
Hmm.
It's the Paladin. Remember that whole? Remember that leaked a
Oh
long
yeah,
time
yeah,
ago?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Royale,
The
the
Paladins.
Paladins battle royale.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought
That
it'd be a
was.
joke, but it's actually pretty cool. Instead of parachuting, you just slam to the ground like a meteor. It's kind of cool.
Is it with? I mean, they didn't do it with the Paladin characters though, did they?
Not with the Paladin character, but their weapons and shit like that.
Ah, okay. Because that was the thing. It was supposed to originally be with all of the Paladin stuff, but then yeah, they split it off and. Which I mean, I don't know why. Paladins is already out. You could have just attached it to Paladins, and I don't see it being any different, really. I
Fuck. God damn it.
just want Metro to come out. Damn it! I want to finish that story.
Anthony, wait, so Exodus is the last Metro game?
I don't know. I don't even know if it's supposed to have the same person.
No, Archon's in there.
What?
Archon is in Metro Exodus.
Who?
The main character, I can't pronounce his name correctly. Archon, I think his name was. The main
Artyom.
character.
Artyom.
Artyom. Oh, that's what you're saying.
Artyom.
I thought
Now, is Artyom just in it, or is he supposed to be who you're playing?
he's the main character.
Okay.
And
Man.
that Russian
So-
sniper lady's in it as well, at least in the trailer.
Well, yeah, that was your love interest in the second one. I mean, spoiler alert if you haven't already played it.
I'm halfway through the second one.
No, I know.
So far.
Oh, well, spoiler alert, but in one of
That's fine. I expected.
it's in the non extra ending, it ends with her having your kid. So they couldn't have fucking taken her out without retconning the shit out of it.
No, but she's gonna be in there, and the trailer story. It sounds like there's like a crazy cultist type shit. I don't know.
That's weird though.
Like,
That
like
means that
have you seen the trailer? Like at all?
it's been a while.
The new gameplay trailer looks good. The gameplay looks more refined. The weapon system looks like you can add. You can like you remember how you can like make your attachments on like any weapon in Exodus in the other ones.
Uh-huh.
Well, they're bringing that back, but make it more advanced, like in Exodus, where it's like you can attach a freaking drum mag to like I don't know, like some random SMG.
Hmm.
Should imagine putting a drum mag in my shotgun.
Well, they already have that. That's the 6-shooter.
Never needs to reload. Just have a 100-round drum mag on.
Ah, man, I like that 6-shooter shotgun. That thing was awesome. Fuck did they call that?
Trying to remember. It's been a while since I played the first one. I might after I beat Lastly, I'll probably play through the first one again.
Have you gotten the other endings?
I haven't gotten the other ending for the first one,
first one?
2033. 2033.
Yeah, 2033. Yeah.
Is it worth going back through for the second ending?
I mean, I've played through both of them like 3 or 4 times each, so I think it's worth it just because. But
All right, then. I'll have to check it out, and I'll have to go and play through the second ending.
I haven't yet been able to get the second ending on the second one though.
the second ending for Last Light. You said it's you have Archie has a kid or that's his that's
Not
a
the no, no, no,
kid.
not the second ending. The first ending for the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the I don't want to completely spoil it, so I'm not going to give you the scenario that leads up to it. But after the fade out of the what's happening in the present, it ends up with you see the sniper lady with a kid, and she's telling him about you, and you're his father. You know that this was your dad, or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't. I know what the second ending is for the second one, but I haven't actually gotten it while doing a playthrough though, because it's
Is it
fucking.
a lot harder?
I don't know. That's the thing. The first one, the second playthrough, I was able to get the second ending right off the bat. It was super fucking. I mean, I don't know,
You
easy.
just can't make the simple mistakes of like shooting some unarmed dude in his bed.
It's. I think it's because they changed. See, because that's the weird thing. There's the a bunch of points in there where you can choose to do like you. I can't remember the name of the guy, but there's the one like commander of some enemy forces or something, and you face him and a bunch of his cronies, and you kill off the cronies, and then it ends up with you and him, and then you end up with like you've got your little knuckle bladed knife thingamajigger, and it gives you the choice to either just knock him out or to kill him, and so it's also got all the other stuff where like if you steal somebody's bullets, then that gives you a bad mark, and if you give a bullet to the homeless guy, it gives you a good mark. So
Oh, God damn it.
I knew all of the spots that would give you the good marks, and I avoided all the spots that gave you the bad marks, and I did all of the good things, so I didn't kill the guy, I just knocked him out and shit like that. And yet I still wasn't able to get the second ending on the playthrough. So I don't know. I'll have to look up a
A guide.
if I ever play through it again, I'll just have to look up the thing on what exactly, because that's the thing. It might be that there's there might be, because that's the thing. In the first one, there are no key decisions like that. It's
No, I've been stealing people's bullets all the time in Lost Light. I'm just stealing people's bullets because I'm an asshole and I want to take everything. You know.
so it might be that if you choose to do something, it precludes you from the second ending, no matter how good you are or anything, like whatever the thing is. So I don't know. Like there, was it the first one or the second one that you can have the stripper give you a lap dance?
It's the second one, not Lost Light.
Is it the second one?
Yes.
So like I've never. I don't know. It's like maybe if you have the stripper give you a lap dance, it isn't possible for you to get the good ending or something like that. I don't fucking know. 'Cause
Does
there's a
that
whole
count as
bunch.
cheating?
I don't,
So
well, you're not with the sniper chick, so I don't know. Or that's the thing. There's like 5 or 6 different spots like that where you can either choose to do one thing or another. And I mean, I've done a bunch of different ways, but it could be that you have to do 3 of those decisions a certain way. And so if you mess up any one of the 3, then it precludes you. So I don't know. I'd have to look up the walkthrough and see what other people have done. But I know what the alternate ending is. So
it's not like you don't know. It's just like you want to get it yourself.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I've played through both like 3 or 4 times each, anyways. I just like playing through them because they're fun. It's a fun ass fucking game.
2033 is pretty fun, though.
I like the original better than the remix, actually. I think it was
I mean,
I think it was
the
done
Redux
better.
engine is pretty good.
It is, but they fucked up a bunch of stuff.
Like,
Oh, it's really hard to describe, but like things like the charger for your flashlight. So in the first one, you hold the flashlight button and you pull out your charger, and then you just keep whacking the mouse button until it's fully charged. On the second one, or in the remixes, you hold the flashlight button to pull out your charger, and then trying to use the charger was super fucking clunky compared to the first one. Like the first one, you could just sit there and click the mouse button a whole bunch of times, and eventually it would just charge up to full and you'd be good to go. And the second one, it was like that where if you didn't click it at just the right time, it wouldn't go through. Like if it was too early, it wouldn't register it, and stuff like that. And also, it wouldn't let like each time you clicked it, it would charge it up a certain amount, right? Like, a couple of ticks on the little meter. Well, if you get to the end and you weren't far enough away to where it would take a full hit to charge it all the way up, it wouldn't let you charge it all the way up. And shit like that. And there was a bunch of little things like that where the first one was way better coded, I think.
I can see that. I never got to play the original version, so.
Yeah, I think. Oh, and also like it really helped the atmosphere in the original, where when you came across a body, you had to hit use a whole bunch of times to grab all of the ammo and gear on them. You couldn't just click it once. You had to keep hitting it to get everything. Whereas in the second one and then the remixes, you just go up to the body and you hit use once and it just grabs you everything. And I really like that it wasn't like that in the first one, because
it's more immersive.
Yeah, it helped with the immersive, where you had to go up to the body and keep clicking E and moving around to get all the stuff. It worked better. And like I said, it wasn't like it was a bad, like the remixes were bad or anything. I just think the first one was better coded, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just me being nitpicky.
Maybe, because I've never really heard of that flashlight, because I don't really like the flashlight at all, or use that much.
What do you do? Turn your brightness all the way up?
Yeah, I have my monitor has a high brightness.
Fucking cheater.
I know.
That's the whole point. Whole point is the flashlight, man.
Tell me, fine, I'll just turn off my brightness on my monitor.
It's supposed to be spooky and dark, and you're in a cave. Well, whatever.
Also,
Subway.
See, Last of Us is in controversy. Really?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Wait,
I don't want to call it before, but I have a feeling that it's just going to be garbage.
Like, is the controversy that the fact that Ellie's a lesbian? See, that those are mad that she's a lesbian.
But the controversies over her being a lesbian?
I thought
because one of the things that Gangster scrolled over was Ellie, controversial discussions, stuff like that from Last of Us.
She was already shown to be a lesbian in the DLC.
I know, but I just thought it was a controversy because while Gangster's scrolling up on Reddit, it one thing that's what
I think the thing is they're wondering if Neil Druckmann is bringing out his cuckness,
his politics into it.
Yeah, they don't know yet, because they said that everybody's wondering, like, it's not like they had a problem with the kiss they shown. It was like, why do you need to show this? Like at an E3 conference, why couldn't you just show the gameplay instead of the whole kiss? But I don't know. I mean, I don't have a problem with that game so much, because it's like she was already kind of.
She was already compared to be a lesbian. So
yeah.
It's fine.
So I mean, we already knew that. Now, if he tried to change her, and introduce it that way, then yeah, I would have a problem. But he's already established her as a lesbian, and I guess people were under the impression that, oh, she was just a child, she was just experimenting, but no, she was really, a lesbian.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't know.
Which I hope his politics doesn't get involved in it.
I have a feeling they are.
They're eventually going to get in there. Yeah, there's whether it be the Last of Us 2 or one of his next games. Eventually, the full Anita Sarkeesian mindset is going to come out in one of his games, and
that game will flop, in my opinion.
It'll be the one Naughty Dog support.
And I hope it doesn't. They don't do this to Last of Us 2, because I like Last of Us 1. And I really want
Yeah.
to do it
Now,
again.
if it was Last of Us 2, it'd just be too damn hard for me to quit, like not buy it, because of the fact that I want to know what the fuck happens.
Yeah, same here. So it's like I'm kind of in a rock and a hard place, which I'm gonna still probably buy because I don't think he's gonna include his politics in it. Because I think he sees it including his politics might be a suicide run.
Could be. I don't know. I mean, Solid Rev has a point, and it's not that he cares about playing as a woman, like he says, like the Tomb Raider, and then you have like all the the other games that have the female leads. He's like, it's not that. He's like, make your own franchise like Tomb Raider. He said, but throwing a woman in and a man's previously man lead, he said it just doesn't seem right. He said, because when do you know a woman that's going to be able to do all this shit that a man can do? And other people were responding to him going, well, man, you wouldn't even be able to do half the shit that is in a video game. And he's like, that's not the point.
Yeah, this
He's
video
like,
game's not about him.
yeah.
That
He said
argument
it takes the
goes,
realism out of it, or the idea that it could possibly happen. Because he said there's no way in hell that I'll be able to do half the shit in the thing that like the men will do. And he's right. I mean, because there's that biological difference.
oh,
Yeah, I don't know, man. Gears of War, like that's.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them. Like, first of all, I can understand going with the woman lead, but it's just weird that he went.
I saw like Gears of War
Last
trailer,
time
and I
was
like,
JD.
nope.
Last time was JD and the woman, and this time you take the woman and the black guy. You don't even take the two leads, like the two phoenixes. It doesn't even make sense.
No, I'm like just shit. I'm not getting into Gears of War. Like I lost interest. I was a trailer. I'm like, wow.
I mean, I'd say Shane wouldn't like it, but I think he's gonna like it anyway, just because it's Gears.
I mean, Shane likes anything that's Gears. I'll be honest.
Exactly. So.
I honestly think that game will suffer a little bit because of the direction they're headed.
Well,
I mean,
What's the natural thing?
Gears 4 almost suffered. I mean, it really did suffer. The only thing that kept it alive was the microtransactions afterwards. But the sales of the product suffered because of the fact that Marcus, they didn't at the time, people didn't know Marcus was in it. It was always like JD and the girl, and people didn't like that direction, so they didn't buy it. But now we're talking
Marcus
like,
is gone. He's like,
well,
bye.
yeah, Marcus and JD are probably going to be the ones just talking to you on a radio while you're with this girl and another guy that you're not familiar with.
Then no, you don't care about. Yeah, which I guess no one here is gonna buy Gears of War. Shane.
Well, does Rambo even still have an Xbox?
Exactly, that's the question.
That would be a no. Negative Ghost Rider. That pattern is full.
I was thinking about selling my Xbox. I
just don't
haven't
see-
turned it on.
I don't see anything that they have nothing upcoming that says, man, you really need to own an Xbox.
Come on, you know what?
Crackdown got delayed again, so like at this point, is Crackdown,
I'm thinking
Crackdown
that-
ever come out?
I'm thinking that like with this new studio purchase and stuff, they showed a reason like why you might be interested in an Xbox 2. They just haven't given you any reason still yet after 5 years, or what is it, 6 years maybe?
Come on, it's not gonna be an Xbox 2. It's gonna be an Xbox 720 and a half.
Yeah, whatever the hell it's going to end up turning into. But that, like, they've given you reason to consider buying one of those. They haven't given you any reason to buy an Xbox One this whole generation, pretty much.
Go get. Yeah, you should have played Human Revolution. Go get. I don't know what you're talking about. You should have played.
I like Human Revolution. Hey!
I just honestly, my Xbox, I haven't
fuck was
used it
that?
in a long.
Oh, my dog was trying
Oh.
to get into my food.
I thought somebody jumped in the call and jumped right back out because it didn't sound like you. Human Revolution, you're talking about?
Deus Ex.
Oh, Deus Ex, yeah, I have that. I need to play it, and I played a little bit of it, and then something else came out, and I started playing it, and I never went back. And I also need to play Homefront.
Yeah, I can't get through Homefront. Runs.
I mean, it
Oh.
looks pretty decent in the very beginning. I just don't know how it all
It
pans
does,
out.
and it plays nice too, and it gets great frame rates until I get into certain areas, and then it dips down to like fucking 30 from a steady 120. And it's just like, fuck this, man.
Yeah, that would be kind of hard, a big
It's
thing to go
huge,
from
yeah,
like
and it's
120 to
weird
30.
areas too. It's not even like they're huge open areas with lots of stuff in them or anything. Like it's just random ass fucking areas, and I don't get it. So I couldn't fuck. I like the game. It plays nice, and there's cool things in it, and I like how it's set up. But yeah, yeah. At least like Human Revolution, it had some problems like that. But now, after the updates they've done, it at least stays above 80.
I know there's a couple of trophies like on Human Revolution, like where you have to go like peacefully through the whole thing, and I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah,
The entire game
pacifist
without
runs.
killing
Yeah.
I
Well,
can do
that's-
that Dishonored, but Human Revolution, nah.
Because it depends on how they do it. Because on some of them, they let you use stun weapons. So you can use the tranquilizer rifle. You can use the stun gun. Yeah.
The stun gun's your best friend.
And you
most
can
of the
knock
time
and you
anyways.
can knock people out with your fists or your whatever.
Yeah, but like they like in the very first area, like you're covered with like 17, 18 different shooting. It's kind of hard to be pacifist in that area and still make it to the because they want you to play on also like I think on the hardest level as
Yeah.
well. So I'm
Although,
just like, yeah, fuck all
They
that.
kind of expect you to skip a whole bunch of people, which I know that rubs me the wrong way too. I don't like leaving enemies alive.
I mean, there's a reason why they're. You have to kill them.
Exactly. The fuck are they there for if you're not going to kill them?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not
Like
wrong.
here, you
That's
made
why.
this perfect bullet sponge, and I've got to shoot it.
I'm gonna head now because I'm feeling a bit tired. So
Yeah, I'm getting my medicine.
I'll catch y'all later.
I
All right,
think
man.
it's the heat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
What is there even? Is there anything even releasing in the next couple months, or is it all mostly August?
I think it's all mostly.
So I can't think of anything. I don't think I remember seeing anything either E3 or not that was anything for like a June or a July release.
No, it's going to give me time to catch up on some of these older games that I put off for so long.
Yeah. There's probably a couple I could stand to finish up.
I don't know, man. Every time I go to play one, though, it's just. I think it's because I know it's old. But I've just got to get past that and actually buckle down and do it because I want to play like through Hit. I mean, I played Hitman like on the PC, but I never played it on the PS4, and I want to get that done. There's and Deus Ex and Homefront, and I mean, there's a Sniper Elite, Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. There's a bunch of them I bought. Either played a little bit of them, and then went on to something else, or didn't play at all. And I like every time I go into it, I just like, oh, I want to go look at the store and see if there's anything new. There's not. So
I know,
and
right?
it sucks whenever they're having a huge sale like they are right now, and everything below every fucking game says purchased. I'm like, fuck. Like, put something on sale that I don't own, please.
Yeah, it really sucks with Steam because I've got like a wish list of like 250 games, and they'll do a big sale, and none of the games I have wish listed will be on there.
Oh yeah, I learned that it's kind of pointless to ever put a damn wish list on Steam because nothing ever that you wish for is ever going to go on sale. It's almost like they. Can you please make this list so we know what not to put on sale?
I did get Quake Champions for free though. I
Oh
haven't,
boy.
I haven't booted it up yet, but
Did you get your For Honor game for free?
no, For Honor was free.
Yeah, it's on Uplay.
Oh, I don't have Uplay.
Oh, you need to download it so that way you can play For Honor.
Ugh, another client? Fuck.
Oh, come on, man. It's a free game.
I know.
And then you can skip the client and just have it booted, on your Steam library so that way you can just simply click it from Steam.
I don't even care about that. I just don't want to have to install another client.
Dear God, it's a fucking button.
It's still another client. I've already got
Oh, dear God.
4 of those fuckers now.
Well, you need 5 so that way you can get all the free games.
I know, and there's a bunch of I don't think they've done free games yet on the Razer one, but now there's the Razer platform, and then there's fucking
Well, I didn't know there was a Razer.
Oh yeah, Razer put out their own, and there was another one too.
Does everybody
I think.
want to cash in on Steam success or something?
I guess so.
Nobody's going to be able to compete with Steam unless you have a ton of fucking money. Like it's basically like VidMe competing against YouTube. It's going to take something huge to get them, people to take notice. And just selling a bunch of indies for cheap isn't really going to make people notice.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, because that's a lot to walk away from if you've been on Steam for quite a while.
Yeah, we all know how popular the Windows Store is. Although Microsoft says they're revamping it.
It's the best store on PC.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be too little, too late.
Steam should take note.
Yeah, nothing's going to release July. It's cursed. I agree, Goget.
That would be funny though, is if Microsoft said they're going to revamp the store, and then came out and basically said, "Okay, now everybody, y'all can all go to Steam."
The new store is just Steam codes.
Yeah, they need to though.
They really do. They
'Cause
really do.
shit,
All their
fucking
shit,
store is trash.
everything they do that's worth anything comes out on Steam anyways.
Yeah.
Oh man. The Goat Man.
The Goat Man.
It's an upcoming game on Steam.
Oh Lord.
Jumbo Knot.
Apparently, like Infinite Retro or whatever, he doesn't think that the game called Kill Me Faggot or Kill the Faggot or whatever should be released on Steam. I'm thinking capitalism will take care of it.
Right?
I mean, if there's going to be, I'm sure there's quite a bit of users on Steam that don't like that word, and so, or are gay themselves, and they just won't buy it, and then it'll just go away. But I think it's better to do it that way than going like Steam getting to pick and choose which one they would think would be offensive. Because, I guess obviously if they go obvious ones like faggot, nigger, all those type of things like that in the title, chances are that it'd be okay. But that's just a slippery slope, because then what happens if they just like, oh well, we think this picture's offensive or this word's offensive, and it could get to the point where you have no fucking games on the store.
Fucking Goget. I'm interested in this Kill a Faggot game.
I think that's what it's called, like Kill a Faggot, or let me look it up. Kill. Now, whenever I get arrested for,
right?
they're gonna look at my search history and go, oh,
Ugh.
yeah, it's called. It says Kill the Faggot. Yep. Oh, and it's a It's made by a Christian supermotor. He, a failed Christian supermotor makes anti-gay first-person shooter.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to do well.
Now it says "Killed the Faggot," a light gun-style game made about shooting gay people, made by a California developer, skateboarder, and Christian.
Man, he's in the wrong state.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I guess, I mean, if you're trying to kill a faggot, you're in the right state. But if you're trying to make a game called that, yeah, probably.
Yep, JCs are demonetized. Not like we ever had a chance of that anyway, but you know.
I don't even know if it's still on sale or not.
It sounds like
You'll
it would
get,
you know, it would qualify under the troll category, and Steam would just remove it.
Well, apparently it was uploaded for at least a little bit, and people were playing it or whatever. You earn points for killing gay characters and receive a bonus if they hit a transgender person, which prompts a message reading "transgender kill" to flash on the screen. Nice. You're penalized for shooting straight targets.
How can you tell though?
And I don't know. Apparently, it
do the gay people all just wear like rainbow shirts or something?
I guess I don't know. It doesn't. It's just a guy and it says transgender kill, so I don't really know. It says if you keep shooting a straight person, the gameplay voiceover will repeat statements like "straight pride" and "whoops, I just dropped the soap."
Of course, Go Get wants this game. What's up, Garuda? I guess Harvard is taking down pictures of straight white men.
That I haven't heard that yet. That doesn't surprise me though.
Right. But yeah, so they're diversifying all their portraits that are up on the wall and shit by taking down portraits of straight white men. And I guess now somebody's going after Einstein.
Oh yeah, I saw that his diary from way the fuck back then.
Yeah, from
whenever
traveling.
He was first, yeah, whenever he was like one of the first people, I guess, to go to Africa and all that stuff, that area over there. And they said that his diary was full of racist comments. And I'm like, do you think maybe they were just normal comments? Because racism back then really didn't even know it didn't even have a home no or whatever. So I mean, chances are he was just writing down like what he saw and not really trying to be, quote unquote racist.
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking, this shit's stupid.
I guess it's a way to take whatever Albert Einstein did and put a black label on it, so that way.
Oh yeah, we gotta decolonize science.
Oh yeah, because definitely science is full of racist assholes.
Yeah, it's too white.
Yeah, and their work is definitely biased because they're of course white. So we can't believe science anymore.
Jesus. Comic book artist J. Scott Campbell attacked as a racist and as a pedophile. Ah, Jesus Christ. Fuck is wrong with people? I didn't hear about that. Founder of Nerdist has gotten accused.
I hadn't heard about that.
Is that
That also doesn't surprise me because it seems like that Me Too movement's still going along.
what's the you know what the name is, Jay Caesar? Because I might have saw that, but I don't know what the name of that guy is. No, Chris Hardwick. Okay. Yeah, what an appropriate name. I think it was, well, so I've heard a couple different things about a few of it. There's been a couple new accusations being thrown around. And one of them was by one of the guy's ex-girlfriends, and then there was another one that was by some third party, so yeah. Chickens always come home to roost, though. So most of these guys that get caught up in this shit, I certainly don't feel bad for them. Yeah, that Netflix shit, that is hilarious.
Yeah, that's just insane. You'd be walking around with your head looking down the whole fucking time.
Right? It's more and more like just gonna have to cancel the Netflix account because fucking I don't want to. And then they got that, they're giving Obama a show. Like, man, remember when presidents, when they stopped being president, they would just kind of disappear and
Not him.
nope. Yeah, he's got to stay in it. Brad Glasgow on Kotaku. I never did come up with a suitable word for people, nearly always on the radical side of the left, who have this unreasonable, desperate need for video games to be political. Is this guy for real?
Do what now?
Brad Glasgow on Kotaku. I never did come up with a
Oh.
suitable word for people, nearly always on the radical side of the left, who have this unreasonable, desperate need for video games to be political. It's like, bro, you write for a site that does nothing but make games into a political issue 24/7.
Yeah,
Like, zero self-awareness? Kotaku of all fucking places. That shit's hilarious. I wonder if he would include his coworkers in that. And yeah, the gender bent Rocketeer animated series by Disney. I know, right? Like, one, did that really need to be brought back? And two, why are you making it a woman?
Well, of course, you know they have to. Representation.
It's not even it wasn't even that great of a movie.
Nope. But hey, it might actually be a decent one with a woman. Probably not, but
At least there'll be tits.
yeah. Or probably probably not the woman they pick. It'll be some that looks like a what's it called? I can't even think of the hell I'm. I don't know. Fucking
A land whale. That'd be hilarious. Are they gonna? Yeah. What about Fat Pride there, Disney? Is it only skinny people? Is there a weight limit to the Rocket Pack? University of Southern California report complains of too many white male film critics. There was an article about that too, where the title was something like, "It's only white men who give us our opinions on movies," or something like that.
Elon wrote a tweet that says those who proclaim themselves socialists are usually depressing, have no sense of humor, and attended an expensive college. Fate loves irony.
Oh my god, I'm loving Elon more and more, man. Dude is getting red pilled as fuck.
Yeah. And he's one wealthy ass motherfucker to be red pilled.
Right? Why hasn't he? Okay, so now that he's coming across all this shit, and obviously even
recognizing all the.
Well, I mean, now he already recognized it, but now like everything he said was being proven right because he just got nothing but hit pieces and shit like that thrown against him. It's like, dude, you've got the money. Start making make some social media sites, make a YouTube.
Yeah, because he could do it.
Yeah, make your own news organization, man. Do it. You're one of the few people who's got enough fucking capital to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, he's one. I mean, he's got so much fucking money to burn. He's shooting fucking cars into space. I mean, the motherfucker's got plenty of money to make shit happen. To put Twitter and Google out of business, or at least YouTube.
Oh. Yeah, if anybody could do something, it'd be him. Team up with PewDiePie or something, bruh. You, PewDiePie, and Notch get this shit done.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Right? The dream team.
Jonathan McIntosh writes, post-apocalyptic wastelands are inherently political. Corporate dystopias are inherently political. Civil wars are inherently political. Military conflicts are inherently political. Any video game using any of these settings is by extension unavoidably political. Wow.
Oh God. I wouldn't even nuke you, buddy.
Oh no, he doesn't. Okay, wait. Okay, no. Kotaku wrote an article that said the Division 2 is political, despite what the
Right, yeah.
developers say. And Brad Glasgow commented on that. He doesn't write.
Oh, okay.
Kotaku.
Because that
I was
headline
about
made
to
it
go-
sound like he was, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to actually go say, dude, what? Wake the fuck up. But no, because I've seen his tweets come out. He's definitely not a left person, and I didn't know. I was like, I didn't know he wrote for Kotaku. I was like, well, that makes it really interesting because I didn't think Kotaku would hire somebody like that.
That was a really badly worded thing.
I was about to jump on his ass. I'm going, dude, you work for a fucking shit organization.
He's got it right though. I mean, that's literally all Kotaku and
Yeah, but-
Polygon and them do.
I'm just wondering how the 2 is political. I mean, sure, it's probably going to have some politics within the setup of the world that they have, but it has nothing to do with what's going on in the fucking America.
Well, this is what I really liked. There was a video I watched this one time, and it was about a whole bunch of things, but one of the main things the guy touched on was parallels between what's happening in the U.S. today and Skyrim. And so it started this huge discussion on, what's like the political aspect of games and all this other kind of stuff. And there was a bunch of people saying, oh, well, all these anti-SJWs, they say don't put politics in your games, but then you don't mind like Skyrim and shit like that. And it's like, okay, but here's the thing, right? You play through Skyrim and then try to guess what the politics are of the people who created it. That's the thing, right? Because it's not like everything on one side or the other was always the right side. There was no quote unquote right side. There was a what would you call it? Like they portrayed both sides fairly.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't like, the good guys were this political orientation and the bad guys were this political orientation, and that's how it always was. No, both sides had good and bad, and there were, pros and cons to both people's arguments and all this other stuff. And that's the whole thing. It's like, it's not, people don't care that there are politics in games, because there's always going to be, you can make a game about anything and say that, oh, well, it matches this political something or other. But yeah, it's probably the same thing. It's like, I'm sure you could pick out a whole bunch, especially a game like, The Division or something, any type of Rainbow Six or any of those. There'll always be like, because the setups are so obvious with, it'll be a warlord or it'll be a something or other, and then you'll find out that they're getting support from this regime, or so you could totally take parallels or spin it into something that are, oh, it's this kind of political message or that thing or whatever. But that doesn't mean that they made it with the intent of pushing a political agenda. Yeah, J. Caesar, that's like Skyrim. You didn't even notice it until you stopped to think about it. And that was the thing. When I was watching the video, I was thinking, holy shit, yeah, it really, because a lot of the things they're talking about in Skyrim, and obviously Skyrim came out way before Trump or any of the other type of real modern stuff. But in the game they were talking about, because there was a whole lot of immigration coming from the Nords. No, the other ones. Fuck, I can't remember, but there was, a bunch of, you could say quote unquote illegal immigration, but they were bringing their problems with them, and then there was the people that you could consider nationalists who were trying to keep it all, the all for the Nords, and yeah, from Morrowind. But there was a big group that was a main group of them though, and I can't remember who. And there was a whole bunch of other stuff. There's a lot of the same arguments that people are having with regards to like immigration and Trump and all this other kinds of stuff. And you can see a lot of parallels in Skyrim in the sort of things that they talk about. But like I said, if you didn't stop to think about it, you didn't even notice it because it was in the game and it was so subtle.
Like, could you kill all the immigrants coming over?
I'm sure. Well, all of them except for the kids. Fucking invincible kids.
That's one thing Bethesda's games do is never allow you to kill kids. Well, what most games do, actually.
Thalmor. Thank you, J. Caesar. Yeah, it was the Thalmor. But, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Polygon did one too. Tom Clancy's The Division 2 is not making any political statements. A game about the next civil war refuses to take a side. That's the whole thing for them. It's you don't take a side, therefore you're evil.
Yeah, you have to take a side.
Yeah, it's not.
They're actually going out against Kevin Hart now because he hasn't came out and spoke out about Trump constantly. So he's with Trump. Then I'm like, that doesn't make sense, man.
God, it really is. It's getting to the point of guilt by association.
Mm-hmm.
I still couldn't believe it.
You either constantly bitch about it or you're secretly in love with Trump. It's like, dear God, like y'all are just insufferable.
I mean, I couldn't believe it the day of Trump's election when a buddy of mine posted, the serious question of why, if anybody, whoever voted for Trump, can you tell me why? And so I got into a conversation with him and a few other people on that thread. But man, it wasn't even like 3 or 4 comments down, and one of his friends had posted, man, you should really watch what you let other people post on here because they're saying some really sexist, racist, blah, blah, blah stuff. And it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Now you not only have to watch what you say, but you've got to watch what other people say on your Facebook page. Like, how do you even live life doing that kind of shit? What kind of, like, how do you got to check everything that anybody ever posts ever?
Pretty much.
Fuck.
Okay, so basically, this lady is saying that the division was political because you were the cops and you were able to you were shooting mainly enemies wearing hoodies, and it was shortly after George Zimmerman killed a hoodie there. And then this one is going to be a political statement, not because the game, but because it's America, so we're gonna basically. The game director might not want to tell a political message, but we're gonna make one out of it anyway.
Good fucking Lord. You are totally correct, Garuda. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we've just passed 2 hours,
Yeah.
and I'm assuming you're getting pretty tired. Oh.
That and my wife's about to go get my son from work, so I'll have to take a break anyway to go.
Well, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Peace.